All right, y'all, this is DaveTV at Vans Warped Tour San Antonio. 21 years this thing's been going on, and I like it. I like it. It's old enough to drink now, as they say. Everyone seems to think that's the thing.
There you go.
Yeah, so San Antonio, pretty good day, pretty hot today. You been on since Pomona?
Yeah.
So you survived Arizona.
Yeah, I survived Arizona.
So this ain't shit.
This is particularly a hard day, though. I don't know. It's just wear and tear on me. It's definitely a hot day today. Like Phoenix, I did it, and I kind of was okay because we were prepared for it. But I wasn't expecting this today. Like yesterday was good, and I promised myself I wouldn't talk about heat because it's like, oh God, you know, it's like meh, you know. It's Texas, man, it's hot, you know.
I positioned myself in front of this to catch wind when I could, you know, so it's been all right. But KOSHA DILLZ, y'all, I just found out about this man's skills and was like, well, yeah, I want to talk to this guy. You're unique. You're doing something that I haven't heard, man. You know, I mean, everybody's wigging out on the multi-language track, you know. Everyone I talked to today has, well, almost everyone, I'll be honest, almost everyone has mentioned your set and that your freestyle at the drop of the hat is insane. So you're making a dent, man. How did you get hooked up here on Warped?
2012, there was like a hip-hop tent, like for years, something called Core of the Cuts, and there's something called Bring It Back Tour, and like that has sort of been the pathway for hip-hop artists to be on this tour, and it's really like, it was in a tent, you know, so it's not like, it was almost like a street performance. There's a lot of grinding, and I learned a lot of people loved my skills and respected my artistry, and they invited me on their bigger stages. And then I think Kevin Lyman, you know, saw that, and I would stay in touch with them. And recently I had, off my album Awkward in a Good Way, I had a track I got in rotation on Sirius Faction, XM41, so it's huge, and it was in major rotation. So I mean, people were like, yo, you're on the radio, like, excessively. That shock value, I think, I got an email from Kevin randomly about that one time. And I think he was with his family, you know what I mean? So it was like, oh, KOSHA DILLZ on the radio. And then there was numerous other things, you know, I've been on Billboard and just sending emails to him, and then eventually, you know, I guess a lot more people are listening or watching than I think, but
it's hard to get a gauge on that. I mean, it's a little easier in some sense when you're on social media and you get that immediate feedback, but it's not like numbers anymore are so representative if you look at album sales or charts and things.
Yeah, and there's some people that are just more successful on Twitter, you know what I mean, and then in real life, and there's other people that do the work in the grunt, and a lot of people know me as the guy who does the grunt work, you know what I mean? I'm like, today I hopped on stage with Family Force 5 on the main Warped Tour main stage. I hopped on stage with Lee Corey Oswald. It was like, you know, very indie rock, and you know, the guy from the Wonder Years was watching me, and they're like, it's dope. You know what I mean? So it's cool because it's another scene, you know. And I'm just out here to rock and, you know, rock for the people and earn fans and really benefit off of this amazing, just like traveling circus.
How long are you going to be on Warped?
Yeah, I'm on the entire Warped Tour. Yeah.
Absolutely. What were you doing before Warped? Like immediately before, you know, what was going on for you?
I did a Kickstarter campaign for my album. What I Do All Day in Pickle. That's what it's called. It's a cool concept of an album, and I did it during my normal life, you know, like in LA, I was doing my normal things, and I was doing that. And now I'm prepared, you know, I'm pushing Awkward in a Good Way on this, and doing some new songs and selling it, you know, a lot of merchandise, and I made the first ever Hebrew Warped Tour shirt, and that's been a big hit. And just hanging out, meeting a lot of new friends, and building relationships, and having a good time, and getting the rewards of, you know, for hard work over years, and finally getting a shot. Mind you, there's only 4 rappers on a tour of 100 bands, so there's not a lot of room for us. You know what I mean?
You're making a huge dent, though, man. And lots of folks got something to say about KOSHA DILLZ, so
that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's awesome.
Yeah. So, do you, with Hebrew and Mexican stuff, it's like, is there a message? I guess is where I'm. Is it, you know, races? Is it just what you do? You know?
Well, I love to bridge the gap between audiences. So it might not even be in the message, but I create a vibe. It's all about the vibes, you know. And I'm creating this vibe that try to brings this side of the room together with this side of the room, and they intermingle, and you're like, oh, that was cool. You're like, you know, so I do stuff in the Orthodox Jewish world, I do stuff in the hood, and then I do stuff in a punk rock tour. So, you know, you're getting, you know, guys with Attila shirts and Asking Alexandria shirts on my show, and that's nice. You know?
Great way to do it. So this being much different than probably what you're accustomed to. You're based out of LA, you say? So do you gig there, or do you always have to leave to do something?
Usually leave a lot, and I street perform too, so I'm doing all kinds of stuff, man. And LA is really good for the creative.
It's, you know, I look at it from afar, is all I got. I'm in Austin, so we have a ton of music. I'm a fan, so I go see everybody, but I'll tell you the normal music fan in Austin is this guy. So they don't go out as much. I don't know, but it would seem to me, since LA is not only music, movies, media capital, that there's probably a lot of folks that take a lot to impress, if at all.
Yeah, but you know, the track record speaks for itself. So like, I had Super Bowl commercials, I was a playable video game character. Like, I've been working. I've gone to South by for the past 8 years. So I've been putting in work, and you know, it takes that long to impress people.
You get work.
Yeah. It's just, you know, and it's just like any resume of a job. Like, oh, you have 2 years experience, or you're 8, 9, 10 years. Like, what are you doing? You know, and it's really hard to find immediate success. And this tour is bringing me new life to my career, and I'm really grateful for it, because it's just a really nice situation to be in. We're hitting markets that I don't hit. We're in New Mexico, or in, you know, Nashville. I haven't done Nashville in like forever, and I'm excited about that. And just meeting interviews in little spots, and a lot of new friends from all over the world.
Any plans yet for what's up when it's over?
You know, I'm hopefully having a nice fall tour. So
never stop.
Yeah, we wanna come back to the markets, you know, and support someone that's a lot bigger. And hopefully that will happen. Yeah, right. And if it doesn't, I'll probably go out anyway.
Do you like trying to support yourself and tour with hip-hop? Do you think it works better with some of this kind of stuff?
It works better with this kind of stuff. Yeah. But, you know, the biggest hip-hop tours, it's very hard to get on. And I don't even know if it's exactly for me, you know, so. But, yeah, I tour with Modest Yahoo, I would like to tour with, you know, maybe Revolution, or I would like to tour with Zion I would like to tour with Run the Jewels, get a couple of those days.
Hell yeah, right.
It'd be great.
Right on. So tell me about your next one that you've were mentioning here. Has you got some theme behind that?
It's great. I have my boy from Turquoise Jeep on it, Flint Flossie. I got some really cool singers on it. It's a 9-track EP, and I'm hoping that it pops. Yeah.
You mentioned something about the cover.
Cover's a little spoof on Warhol's Velvet Underground.
Yeah, it's a classic thing. So.
Yeah, I was very kind of inspired a little bit by the Pizza Underground cover.
Yeah, that's great.
So the Anchovy Warhol.
That's awesome, man.
But yeah, man, I love Austin. Fun Fest, ACL. I hope to play those big festivals. I hope to get some spots.
I'm sure at Fun Fest, you'd be amazing, man.
I played a Fun Nights before, so I'm hoping I get the festival slot, you know.
They're getting all sorts of shit about, like, the grounds. Like, they're not wanting to give them the same real estate anymore and stuff, you know. It's crazy. It's always, and that's what our thing is in Austin. It's like, here, let's do something awesome, and then let's kind of try to screw it up every year, you know. But I guess it's the same anywhere, you know. The man, the money, the dollar sign coming in is usually what it is. But so listening to wise, whether it's now, I kind of always like to go both ways. When you grew up, what'd you listen to musically, and where are you at now?
A lot of hip hop, Tupac, Wu-Tang. Now I'm like most of my friends. I listen to my friends. Right now I'm listening to live music. I'm not listening to music online. I do so much live stuff. I'm just like, all right, live music every day. Born Cages. I listen to Born Cages every day. I listen to New Beat Fun every day. I listen to Cuckoo Kangaroo, MC Lars. You know, I listen to these guys.
That's great.
All the guys on my stage, Split Breed, Drama Club, who I would never listen to unless I met them. And that's cool.
That is so cool. I was telling almost everybody today, that's exactly what I'm about with music. I try hard. I have to physically try to put a CD on or you know, put on something to try to be up to speed with what's happening. But if I can't see the band live and know they mean it, you know, I'm never going to get into it anyway. So I'd say 95% of what I hear is live. I'm out seeing bands. We put bands on the TV show. I come to these things. Live music is the way it is, man. And I want to put money in people's pocket because live music only puts a small amount. So it's about merch and things like that, you know. Yeah. It's rough.
Speaking of merch, I have to go back out and sell my own shit.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking time to do DaveTV. I appreciate it, man. And
pleasure.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do it again already.
Yeah, man. When you come to Austin, we'll definitely look you up and hopefully do this again. So, thank you. It's KOSHA DILLZ, y'all, on DaveTV. Look it up and keep your eye out for new stuff. He's already got it in the plans.
Yeah. Look up KOSHADillzworld.com. Hit me up on socials at KOSHADILLZ, Snapchat, Real Kosha, REALKOSHA, DaveTV.